a spreadsheet that I've already made, which is their workbook. Move around ET. Double click on that. Now we'll macros, although there's none in. Make a macro now to go to sheet 2. Click on macro, put the macro name in, go to front page, no spaces, and we're going to want it in this workbook. So there it is, this project, and we'll create it just as before. Green lines, green font is just notes. And it's got an apostrophe there, look, so that's not part of the macro. So we want sheets, sheet 2, select it. Tells you there more or less what you've got to do. Onto the next line, just indent them to make it stick out a bit more, and then range, cell, we'll make it D8, forgot to put it there, and again we need to select it. Right, spelled select wrong. Okay, I notice that it's put a capital in there, and a capital in there, and a capital in there. If you put it in lowercase and you've got it right, then it will put it back up to uppercase properly. So sometimes it's best if you put everything in lowercase, so you know where you've made a mistake. Now we can now push F5 and tell it to run, and it's run. Look, it's gone to sheet 2, so that's okay. Close that down. Just go back to sheet 1 for a moment. Now what we want to do is make all the other pages go back to here when we hit a macro. So we want it to be look like this, so we'll say, instead of that being A1, we'll tell it we want it to be index. Put that in, press enter, don't forget to press enter. Right, I'm going to make a macro now that when you press the object, go to front page or go to index, it turns up there. This is not A2, it's not B1, it's index. I've already done the macro, so I'll just show you what it looks like. Edit. There it is. Now sheets, sheet 1, select, range, now index rather than a cell or a range, select. Down 70. So I'll go down, scroll down 70 from wherever the cursor is. Okay, so we'll do a macro for that. There we are, we've got the macro. Scroll down 70 rows. We'll just run it, and it'll scroll down from wherever the cursor was when we did it. Okay, 70, there it is underneath, so that works. I'll now assign the macro to this object button. Assign macro, scroll down, okay, see if it works. Yes, it does. Remember, this is the button that we said would go to the cell marked index. There it does, look. Okay, so that works. Okay, there we are, active window, scroll down 70. So we'll just see if that runs. Run, there we are, it's gone down there. Okay, so that works. We'll developer macro, scroll down, call it scroll column. Where do we want it? We want it there. Create. Right. Active window. Copy. Paste that in, and we'll say scroll column, and to go, we'll put 20. Good, so it'll go 20 columns across. Okay, still got the end there. We'll run that then. And there we are, it's shot across. Okay. There we are. So again, don't forget, click on that handle, format the object, assign macro, scroll column. Okay. See if it works. There we are. What I intend to do now is show you how to do an offset. I've moved to sheet number 4, and I'm going to name a cell G11, and we'll call that colour. Okay, so we got G11. I forgot to do enter. Colour, enter. That's B9. That's B12. I'm sorry. So that is now colour. And I've already made a macro that says go to 4 and it also says now we'll just try it out. There we are, but we don't really know where that is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change that to an offset, move it over and make a colour in the cell, just as an example. So we'll colour, and then I'll change this one to go to 4 colour offset. So when we go to that, it goes specifically to that cell, and then I'll tell it to go over and down and colour it in. This is how this is done then. The active cell, which will be in this case colour, can be offset 2 rows and 4 columns. Positive number moves the offset down, the negative number moves the offset up. You can put them all into one statement like this. 2 and 4. So that's what the statement will look like. This is the first part of the statement. We're going to colour on sheet 4. Then from the active cell, which is that one, we're going to offset 2 rows and 4 columns. This next statement offsets from there 2 rows, 4 columns. Run it. Yeah, it's run. So it looks like on sheet 4. Close that down. There it is. So go to 4 colour, which is there. Just so to remember where it is, we will colour it in green. Okay, so that's where it is from that one. Okay, I've just assigned the macro to this shape. That's where we were before, or that's where we are now. If I click this, the cursor will go 2 rows down, 1, 2, and 4 rows across. There it is. There it is. That's how to offset from a position. The next thing I'll show you how to do is to automatically change the colour of that cell. And I'm got, just for convenience, I'm going to tag it on the end of there. So and format cell. Okay. Developer macro 4 offset, edit. We'll now add the script for formatting the background of the cell, and it goes active cell, interior, that's the background, and the colour index 5. We'll come to what all the index colours mean later on. There we are, and we will run it, see if there's any bugs. No, it seems to run okay. We'll see what it looks like. Close that down. Remember, we tagged it onto this, the macro that's on this one. We'll put the cursor there if you like. Click this, it should go across and down and colour it blue. And it does. Now there we are, that works. These are the colour codes. These are the colour codes, there are the statements. These are the colour codes that go from 1 to 55. There we are.